Hi guys. So I'm in Pembrokeshire at the moment on a family holiday. It's a place that we come quite regularly, and we stay in a little area called Werent, and it's just on the edge of the Clythau estuary, right by the Clythau bridge. And the great thing about this particular area is you're right in the middle of some fantastic coastline and just some incredible landscape. So I thought I'd pop out and show you a bit of this. So first of all, we're going to come to the Green Bridge of Wales, which is a natural sea arch, which is, to access it you have to pass right through the middle of Castlemartin artillery range. Thankfully this time of year they're not firing, but I have been here when they are firing. There's viewing areas and you can watch it, it's incredible. Got some great shots actually of tanks firing, and you can see the shell leaving the barrels, just brilliant. But anyway, yeah, so right now I'm stood right in the middle of the Castlemartin artillery range, and I just wanted to show you what happens to a 5-bar gate when it gets in the way of what looks like a combination of 30 caliber and possibly 50 caliber machine gun fire. So check this out. Yeah, you would not want to be in the way of that, would you? I mean, the size of some of these holes. I don't know what type of rounds they are, but some of the holes, they look like 50 caliber. They are huge. But if I point you over this way, you may or may not be able to see it, but right about there is one of the tanks that they use to fire on. Over there is another location that I'm going to take you to at some point, called Flimston Chapel, which is absolutely stunning. Just the other side of that is Flimston Farmhouse. But I'll give you a quick look around. So I kind of stood right in the middle of an artillery range, but like I said, through the months of August and the summer holidays, they don't fire, and they open up the range for visitors, which is a good thing, because if you want to get to Flimston Chapel or the Green Bridge, the only way you can get to it is across the range. So you know, it's very limited to when you can visit. But for some reason I've just come out. The weather was looking a little bit dodgy, but you know, not too bad. But I've just come out and it's just started to rain, which is mental, because the last time I came here the same thing happened. I was flying a drone at the time, and I flew the drone around the Green Bridge, but it started to rain then and it was really bad. But it's been fine all day, and it's fine back at where we're staying, and as soon as I head over here it starts raining. But I'm going to carry on now over to the Green Bridge, and hopefully I'll be able to show you some more in a minute, so catch up with you in a minute. Alright guys, so I'm in the car park now. Hopefully the wind noise isn't too bad, because it's quite blowy, but I'm in the car park now for the Green Bridge. And from this area there's some fantastic coast. I'm hoping to show you more than one thing. So you've got, let me show you the signpost. So yeah, there's the Green Bridge, which is where I'm going to go first. The rain is it's only very mildly spitting, so I'm hoping I'm going to get away with this. So yeah, you've got the Green Bridge, and then a little bit further down you've got some amazing sea stacks, which I'm hoping to be able to show you too. So I'll turn you off for a minute and I'll come back in a sec. So just parked up, and I make my way out to the viewing point for the Green Bridge. Like I said, it's going to be a long exposure shoot, this one, I think, because I don't think there's going to be any chance of sunset. The sun will set over there, so the Green Bridge is kind of, for a sunrise, you know, it'll be lit from obviously over that way and sunset this way, but you have to be careful of casting your shadows into your shots and things like that. But yeah, I mean, hopefully if you've not seen this place before, then this is it's going to be quite a sight, because it's absolutely stunning. There's no access down to the beaches at all along this coast. It's literally sheer drops straight down. But I've been here before and been photographing the green bridge, and there's been seals down in the water below, which was nice. He just popped up, had a bit of a swim around, and off he went. So wildlife here is abundant. There's choffs and all sorts, birds of prey, and lots of other birds. I mean, you can hear that now. It sounds like a peregrine. You can see him flying around over there. I think it's a peregrine. It sounds like one. Let's go and see what's going on. Visibility looks okay, which is one of the main things, but it is quite windy, so can you hear him? No, probably not, too much wind. Okay, so literally right there now, so you know, not even a minute's walk from the car park, but it is only accessible when the firing range is open. Sorry, so you know, do bear that in mind if you visit here. Check the times online, because the only access is across Castlemartin, and that's when they're firing. The whole area is closed. This whole coastline is closed to public access. So you know, just do check. Right, the wind's getting pretty hefty now, so I should think the sound's going to get pretty terrible. So I do apologise for that. I'm just going to take you over here, and then I'm going to spin this camera around and show you why I came here. Oh, this wind is terrible. Wow. Alright. So, welcome to the Green Bridge of Wales, guys. Just look at that. Is that not spectacular? Absolutely stunning, isn't it? What do you reckon to that then? Definitely worth visiting. And what I was saying earlier about there being other rock stacks, they're literally behind the bridge and just sort of round the corner where you can't see. But I will take you there in a minute, hopefully. So yeah, this is the Green Bridge of Wales. There's the official viewing platform, but you know, I'm going to have a look around, see if I can find a nice composition, try and get a long exposure on the go. But with this wind, I'm going to have to shield the tripod, I think, maybe weigh it down a little bit, or shoot from a low perspective. But we'll have a go, and I'll hopefully be able to show you something in a minute. Alright guys, so some pretty difficult shooting conditions up here. It's really windy, so I'm struggling to keep the tripod still for a decent long exposure. I put the 6-stop on first of all. With the 6-stop and the polarizer, I was getting 25 seconds, and in this wind it was a little bit too much. I'm getting a little bit of movement there, I think, so I've dropped it down to a 3-stop. So I've got a polarizer, 3-stop, no grad, because the sky, it's not necessary at the moment. I'm now getting a 5-second exposure, and I'll see if I can show you what I'm looking at. So I'm going to try and show you the back of the camera. As you know, we usually have trouble with this, don't we, because of the reflections, but there we go. You can just about make out what I'm looking at, but what I'm having to do is actually put myself between the wind and the camera, just to try and reduce any movement, which, you know, it's quite a common occurrence in photography. I do that a lot, but yeah, it's looking pretty nice, to be fair. So I'm shooting at 17mm, and I'm incorporating some of this front bank just down here, and then the sweeping curve around into the bridge, and then you've got the coastline that goes all the way out around that way. Like I said, visibility is pretty good at the moment. I don't think there's going to be any colour produced tonight. Now the sun will be setting over that way, so it's unlikely to get any colour through this way on the undersides of the clouds anyway. But yeah, it's a stunning place. Oh, it does worry me a little bit sticking the camera on the edge of this place, because, you know, But if you can, I'm just going to turn the mic round and I'll talk to you looking the other way. Hang on a sec. So this end here, this part of the arch, the last time I was here, I think it was the last time I was here, no, it was the time before, that there was a big chunk that actually stuck out of there and sort of came round and then back in again. But during one of the big storms we had, I can't remember which one it is, you know, excuse my ignorance, but during one of those big storms, that big piece dislodged and fell into the sea. So sadly it's getting smaller. Let's just hope that it doesn't break away too much. But you can see all the white stuff on the end of that rock. That's all bird poo, because you get cormorants and shags and all sorts of stuff on there. But just over here as well, you might not be able to see it, it's too far away. You can just see a tip point poking out there, which is covered in white. That's one of the stacks that I'm going to show you in a minute. Which again, it's a stunning little place. So I'm going to take a few more shots here, and then I think we'll wander around there and we'll have a look at those. Guys, really struggling here. It's just so windy. I'm having such a job trying to keep the tripod still. But I'm hoping that I'll have at least one or two sharp shots. But to be honest, I'm not very optimistic, because it's quite. I can see the movement on the tripod, so it's not so great. So let's have a wander up to the next stack that's just around the corner. You know, it goes without saying that if you come here, for God's sake, don't do anything stupid, because it is, you know, if you fall, you die. As simple as that. There is no coming back. There's no getting away with it. So just be safe. You know, don't try and climb down onto the bridge or anything stupid like that. I've seen people doing things like that, and it's madness. I don't know if you can see, there's seals down there, right in the middle of the arch. I don't know if you can see him. He's right down there, in the water, in the middle of the arch. You see him? I'm not going to get any closer to the edge because it's just too windy and far too dangerous, but yeah, it's funny, the last time I was here there was a seal down there, just the one, and there's another one down there now, so it's amazing. The Pembrokeshire coastline it's incredible. If I remember rightly, it's the Welsh coastline was the first coastal national park to be declared or designated, whichever word you want to use, in the UK. And I think it was up at the Gower Peninsula, and that's where it all started. And it just kind of, it all became a national park all the way around. But you know, Wales is an amazing country anyway, but the Pembrokeshire coastline in southwest Wales, absolutely stunning. There's a beach just up the road called Freshwater West, and they filmed one of the scenes from Harry Potter there. I can't remember which one. It's the one where Dobby had that little shell hut on the beach. Well, that's where it was. They built that. This wind. They built that shell hut on Freshwater West Beach. So yeah, there's so many amazing places and coastlines. Literally just, you know, sort of 15-20 minutes from where we're staying. So it's spoilt for choice really. Like I said, this is our first day here today, and I thought I'd come out just up the road and show you the Green Bridge. Just approaching the other stacks now. I think they're called Elegug. Elegug stacks, I think. Once we get there, I'll turn you around and show you. But again, they're white tipped from all the birds. So this is one of them. Let's see, just make sure I get a sure footing a minute. Ah, right. There's a nice rocky footing, and yeah, look at this. How's that for a seascape, eh? Absolutely incredible, isn't it? Absolutely stunning. I've not shot this from here before. I think I'm going to take a shot from here if I can keep the camera still. It does seem a little bit more sheltered. So yeah, I'm gonna see what I can do here, and then I'll move around the other side and show you the other view in just a sec. Alright guys, so I found a nice little viewpoint here. Obviously I'm being careful not to get too close to the edge, so I'm keeping low to try and keep out of the wind with that, and shield the camera as well. Just enough separation between the mainland and the stack itself to be able to see the water, and then obviously leading out to the headland over there. 5-second shutter speed, f14, 17mm, and yeah, I think it's a good shot. For this shot I'm using obviously the Nikon Z6, and I've got the Nisi V6 holder system with the landscape polarizer, and I put a 3-stop on because the 6-stop was giving me too long a shutter speed for the conditions. So yeah, and I've got it sitting on my Vanguard Alta Pro 2 Plus 263 CT carbon tripod, and I've got it on a Vanguard BBH-200 Ball head, which is proving to be a very nice head indeed. So due to the windy conditions, I'm having to keep the tripod low to the ground because, you know, having it at any height is just not going to work. It's far too windy. But this seems to be working well. Getting some shots that are looking pretty tasty, to be fair. I'm just trying to use myself and my backpack to try and shield the camera from the wind. And let's have a look. Just going to check the histogram, because what I don't want the sky blowing out, so I'm not using a grad, because there's some nice light on the headland over there that I want to try and pick out. If I drop a grad in, it might subdue that a little bit, but at the same time I don't want to blow out the highlights in the sky that are coming through now. Some of the cloud is actually breaking up a bit now, so but yeah, I think I'm done here now, so I'm going to move around and I'll show you the other viewpoint of these stacks, and I'll also try and find out what their proper name is, because I can't remember what it is. So see you in a minute. Looks to be a fair bit of erosion of the kind of the soft soil on the top of the cliffs here. So which is why I said to you, you really do need to be careful. Yeah, I've just noticed since the time I came, they've put up no drone flying signs. I guess I was lucky there. so let's move on. Now the viewpoint which I've shot before, the conditions were worse then. It's just round this corner. I'm just looking up because there's a big bunch of seagulls up there, and they look like black. Well, they're silhouetted against the sky, which is very cool. Just wondering if I should take the filters off and take a shot with a higher ISO. Alright, so, excuse me. There's this viewpoint here, which I may well shoot straight into the window, so it could be a problem, but I'll show you this. I think it'd be rude not to, really, wouldn't it? Let's see what we can do. I'll come back to you in a sec. Alright, so like I said, I'm shooting straight into the wind for this one, so I don't know if this is going to be a sharp shot or not. You can actually see signs of erosion of the soft soil on the tops of the cliffs, so you really don't want to get too close. It's just not worth it. Like I said, this is one of those coastlines where if you go over, that's the end of you. There's no phone signal out here or anything, so you know, you're on your own basically. So don't mess about. So on this shot, I'll try to show you what I'm looking at. So again, got the camera down low, right down low on the Alta Pro 2+263 CT carbon tripod. Got the BBH-200 head, Nisi V6 holder system with a landscape CPL and a 3-stop ND, no grads, and I'm basically looking kind of about there, something like that. Trying to incorporate a bit of this in the front, a bit of colour in the mud, and the kind of curve out round this way, out to the two stacks. But again, the wind's it's a headwind straight in the face. Some nice light sort of appearing out there, but I don't know. I'm not sure how this is going to work out. So I'm getting f14 17mm, ISO 100, and I'm getting a 10-second shutter speed now with these conditions, because it is quite stormy and overcast. A bit of light breaking through on the horizon, but I'm worried now that that may well have blown out. Oh, and here comes the rain again. No, I think I might have got away with that. Yeah, I might have got away with that light. Never wandered any further than this, so I don't know whether to have a look. I've actually gone a little bit around that corner, and there's a kind of a hook-shaped rock on the headland, that on the mainland, that you can kind of use to frame the two stacks. And I've taken that shot before. And I might wander around and have a look. The funny thing about all this is I'm wearing shorts. But don't worry, I'm not going to subject you to my legs. Trust me, you don't want to see them. But yeah, check this out. This is that hook rock that I was telling you about. You see how it kind of curls over and kind of frames the stacks. I'm not sure if I can find a position where the two stacks are separated from the mainland. No. The biggest of the stacks is kind of blended into the mainland, but the further round you move, the less of the that kind of hooky shaped rock that you see. So I'm going to have to just go with the original shot. See what happens. one's actually got a cormorant sitting on it, which he's actually staying still enough for the entire exposure, I think, for him to actually come out sharp. So, oh no, he just turned his head. But I'll see if I can lean you over and show you what's below. Got some seagulls flying in a little bit close for comfort here, so I'm wondering if I'm near a nest. Which, if that's the case, then I'm definitely getting out of here, because I'm not getting bombarded by one of those. But yeah, it's always worth keeping your eye on the seas, because when I was out over by Skomer Island, one of the first times that I came, I was out on the headland, not on Skomer itself, but on the mainland. And first time I'd been there, and I was looking out, I saw a couple of porpoises kind of breaking water, and yeah, you know, doing their little thing. I don't know what you call it. That thing they do. So yeah, they were bobbing along, which was nice. That was impressive. But it really is such a rich and diverse place. There's everything. Wales is stunning. I love the place. I use a brilliant book, actually. I've got a series of books. I think they're published by Photo View, and the one on South Wales and Pembrokeshire is by a local photographer called Drew Buckley. And if you're planning on coming here, highly recommend you check out that book. In fact, all of the books from there. I've got one from Dorset, Devon, Cornwall. They do a whole range, so yeah, well worth checking out the books, because they don't just show you pictures and a bit of a chat about it. They tell you exactly how to get to, you know, the particular areas, when the best time to shoot them is, what time of year, different viewpoints. Fantastic, proper photography guidebooks. So yeah, they're by Photo View. Check them out. They've got a whole range. They do Scotland and all sorts. So really worthwhile looking at. So back to this shot. Again, still struggling. I want to shoot long exposures because I want to smooth out this sea. So I've got to keep the 3-stop on and just hope for the best, I think. But I'm shooting at 8 seconds, f14, ISO 100, 17mm. I'm in landscape orientation here because I want to get, you know, I want to get all this in. Okay, so I wandered round a bit further, found this quite a large cove where there's another sort of series of sea stacks. But I'll just quickly show you. But I decided that shooting the whole cove is a bit kind of what I've been doing, so you know, a bit samey with all the shots. So decided to cut in tighter to those sea stacks here and go in a vertical orientation, and try and isolate that stack and just that sort of bit of the headland, So yeah, let's see how that turns out. Another composition. Look! So I've taken everything off. Not like that, you dirty buggers. You won't want to see that anyway. I've taken the 3-stop and the polarizer off, and I've just used a 0.9 medium grad. Trying to speed up my shutter speed a little bit because the wind is so bad. I'm really struggling. So That's given me 2 seconds now because the light is pretty subdued, 2 to 3 seconds. That was the Green Bridge of Wales. Really appreciate you joining me. I hope you enjoyed what you've seen. Like I said, I'm going to try and use bits of this this week that I've got in Pembrokeshire with the family to show you some of the highlights of this stunning place. If you've liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so. And if you click the little bell next to the subscribe button, you'll get a notification every time I upload a new video. So if you've got any questions about anything you've seen on this video, chuck it in the comments and I'll try and answer them the best I can. But until next time, I'll see you then.